day. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. Carson Wentz and the Washington football team versus Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the New York Giants. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Wentz now on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. 8 catches, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in his first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a play fake. Wentz. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. That one is slant to McLaurin.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and 1.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Over the middle, open is Thomas. That'll be a gain of 16, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well. But that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them. And we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Meanwhile, Wentz is thrown into the hands of McLaurin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Get a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. .6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz completes it to Samuel. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Wentz to throw again. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 1st touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. He can't get him down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here is Washington now to take over. They've got the lead right now in this contest, and they're coming off that victory a week ago against the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
7 yards, the pickup there. Second down and 3. Wentz. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
On play action, Wentz. High throw, but the catch is made. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Jones to throw on third down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue. Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air, maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3. Yeah, see what happens. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul. And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. A carry here for the big tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Hunter Bryant as time expires in the first half. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with a Washington football team on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin out in Houston. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. The Texans still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Jared Goff has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Josh Allen has thrown a touchdown pass. In our game, it's been Carson Wentz with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Barkley.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
77 yards on the ground for him so far. Working with a 2nd and 4. Now Saquon Barkley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the gun on third down, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense just helped him out by getting the football back on the opening drive here of the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
That's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wentz going to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 24, Wentz. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, He's dangerous, but when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run, too. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Wentz. Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Carson Wentz, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw is Wentz. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And now we get...
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of